Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Those are the three I probably are most iconic.
So we're rolling now. So tell me what's like the most iconic beats you've created.
Oh,
in
we're
your
already
opinion.
rolling?
We're rolling.
Fuck it. We're done. How you doing?
Hey.
I mean, look, I've got not hundreds, but thousands of songs. I've created.
Thousands, for sure.
Thousands of songs. I'm told most often that most iconic or identifiable one is obviously still Dre. We got...
Give me a little of that real quick.
Let's see. Now, if you watch my fingers while I'm playing that, if I was just like a fucking sterile, like just basic motherfucker, I'd be playing. But I wanted to do it like sloppy.
Right.
Like that perfect imperfection. Like you don't want, sometimes you want a nice sloppy booty or a nice fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want things always like perfect, picture perfect.
Right. You like a little grit on your hardwood floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's where, that perfect imperfection.
How did you get started?
Huh?
How did you get started making beats? Like what started you in music?
What started me in music? Okay. Go all the way back?
All the way back.
All the way back. Listening to like Ozzy Osbourne and Cheap Trick in the mirror with a tennis racket, thinking, wow, I could probably get some girls to like me if I knew how to fucking play this shit. And then my parents had like a upright piano in the house, and it was a piece of furniture. And I had a cassette deck. At that time it was all about cassettes, and I had a little baby cassette thing. I put it on the piano bench and figure out how to play all my favorite songs.
Just self-taught.
Yeah, and I ended up taking 3 or 4 lessons, and the guy was like, "You should just teach yourself."
Really?
Yeah, and my family we didn't have no money, and my mom to get to the piano lesson, all that shit was just. I did my thing, and it's to the point where my mom and dad were like, "Can you go outside and play with the kids? I'm tired of hearing this shit." I'm like, no. And then that evolved into. I moved with my father. My parents had divorced. My dad was a court reporter, stenographer, and we moved from. I was born in New York. As an infant, moved to Florida. But when I was 15, just turning 15, I moved to Philly with my dad, and I was really getting into music. I was experiencing hip hop now in my head.
What year was this?
I don't even know what year it was.
How old are you now?
I'm 50.
Okay, 7 years different than me.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
I'm real horrible with the years, but talking early 90s.
Yeah.
Extremely early.
The beginning of the big hip hop boom out of New York.
And when I first found a love for hip hop, it was this music that they were sampling all these cool Fender Rhodes sounds, say Tribe Called Quest. That's not one of mine, but it was that relax yourself, girl. It's
right,
stuff.
right.
That native tongue, the De La Soul,
right.
all that type of shit was heavy, and I was like, wow, the music is really great in this. It was different than I loved NWA and I loved but that was hardcore shit, and then this musical guru and jazz and all this shit was coming around. So I got into that, and I couldn't really afford a keyboard. I'm living in Philly. My dad was I was cutting school and going into the city from the burbs to get in the music scene at this young age. And it was yo, go back to school and start that shit or get the fuck out. He's trying to do me a favor with tough love, but I decided to get the fuck out at 15. And now I'm couch hopping at homies, and that led to moving into the fucking hood in West Philly with this guy who was an aspiring manager that was a videographer that I met at my dad's court reporting firm. And kind of like halfway against my dad's will, he took me in and we started hitting the pavement, man. And I joined the Roots. They were called the Square Roots at that time. You know, the band on Jimmy Fallon, Questlove, et cetera, et cetera. And I didn't have much money, and I bought what they call a Fender Rhodes. This is like big keyboard, which is, they're very expensive now because it's a vintage. But at that time, I could get that for like $200. And I got the keyboard, had a couple of broken notes on it and shit, and I just made my sound with that, and it was just like this soulful, this thing, you know what I mean? And joined the Roots, and now I'm a band member. You know, simultaneously I'm doing construction in Philly for a friend of mine who has like these like shell houses that I got to live in one for a while. I got my first place. I'm like living in this thing. He lived across the street in kind of a nice one. This is like super horrible neighborhood, but he's got almost like the whole block. And like there's construction site on the first floor. I had to walk up, and this was like semi-finished one, no electricity, but he ran a cord across the street and a power strip for my electricity. I ran everything on that one power strip. Like I had a space heater like this because it was freezing cold. I had like a keyboard set up like so I could do my thing, and that was just, I made my existence. And
wow,
if I had never made it, I was like, man, I'll just play at bar mitzvahs and weddings and fucking call it a day. But I'd rather do that than be a court reporter or some other shit. Like,
right.
And school wasn't for me. Couldn't focus on anything but the music.
It always bums me out that there's so many people out there like that they have intelligence and ability, but the system just wants them to plug into normal jobs. You don't realize, like, hey, there's other jobs out there. There's other things that you can do. It's not conventional. The path's not clear. You know, but you want to get into music. You really fucking love music? Get into music.
Yeah.
Get into music. And nobody tells you that, man. Nobody tells you.
And they don't tell you, like,
you don't have to be a McAllister to know that the holidays are prime time for crime. But these days, the wet bandits have all gone digital, stealing your bank logins and credit cards over unsecured Wi-Fi is so easy, even Harry and Marv could do it. That's why you've got to protect yourself with ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is an app that reroutes your online traffic through encrypted servers, keeping your data safe on any network, whether you're sprinting through an airport or just home alone. Anyone trying to hack their way in will get hit harder than a paint can to the face. ExpressVPN also keeps your browsing history truly private. Even if you use incognito mode, third parties like data brokers keep track of every website you visit. But with ExpressVPN, no third parties, not even your internet provider, can monitor or log your online activity. Just tap one button to connect, and when the app turns from red to green, you're clean. Rated #1 by top tech reviewers like CNET and The Verge, ExpressVPN is the digital security system you need this holiday season. Right now, you can take advantage of ExpressVPN's Black Friday Cyber Monday offer to get the absolute best VPN deal you'll find all year. Use my special link, expressvpn.com/RoganYT, or scan the QR code on screen to get 4 extra months with the 12-month plan or 6 extra months with the 24-month plan, totally free. That's expressvpn.com/RoganYT, or scan the QR code on screen to get an extra 4 or even 6 months of ExpressVPN for free.
Find your niche within music.
Yes.
Maybe you can do the actual music, but you can become a promoter, or you can become, there's so many different fields within music that you can do. If you're an expert, if you have no talent and you have no business being in music, at least be honest with yourself, because we know if we're good or not. Like,
right.
You know.
But what makes talent? What do you think it is?
Passion. It's no talent.
Passion.
Yeah, if you're a passionate person and you love something so much, you're going to end up being good at it, I think. If you're doing it to get money or something else, it's like, it's questionable, or you just want to be cool because you like music. But if you're so passionate about this shit that you're showing results and you're growing and you're seeing that, when you watch people's reactions, I still do to this day. If I'm in the studio, I'm playing some shit. Like, I have this like weird thing where I start receiving satellite, and I'm like playing, and I don't even know what the hell I'm
Receiving
playing.
satellite.
I
So like
swear
the
to God,
muse.
I'm not even there anymore. I'm just like all of a sudden I'm
Right.
just doing this thing. I've been doing it
Yeah.
for 30 years, and I watch the room. I'm like, oh, they like this one. Okay, let's use this. You know what I mean? That's how I know if I'm moving people.
Receiving satellite is a great way to put it. Because that's what it feels like. I always say that, like, there's sometimes I write things, I'm like, I didn't really write that. That
You blacked out and it got written.
Yeah, that came from somewhere else. I didn't have any effort involved in this. It just came to me like a gift from the gods.
Yeah, it's.
That's why they always call it the muse, you know, because the people that were, you know, like Shakespeare and those people, they really did kind of feel like it was being given to them.
Yeah.
We all do, though,
It's
right?
real. Yeah.
But doesn't everybody kind of say that when they're being honest? Like anybody who writes anything, whether they write literature, whether they write music, comedy, whatever.
It flows through you.
Yes.
If you have to work for it, it's contrived, sort of like, I feel
Right.
somewhat. Like if something doesn't come, like I push myself, yes, because there's technical stuff that you have to, but that initial light bulb that goes off and just get
Right.
in that zone.
Yeah, downloading satellite. And it's the thing about it is it's so hard to control. It comes, it goes, it's there, it's not. What's that water you're drinking? What is this crazy?
You know what?
It's bag water.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I get like inflammation. Like I'm playing piano, or whatever. Like I sometimes get like a little bit like.
Okay.
And this is like hydrogen water.
Okay.
And I fuck with it. A friend of mine, my boy Adam, like he's like, listen, I think you should try my water. He's invested in all kinds of things, and he's been one of my best friends my whole life. This guy Adam Linder, just fuck cool guy. I've been down and out, and fucking dude would take me in, and you know we're both Meshuggahs, but you know he has this fucking water, and him and randomly enough my boy who's a big songwriter, Pooh Bear, they're giving a go at this water thing. So, but I like it. It's H factor water, dude. And
Yeah, I've heard of that stuff.
it's really good.
So when you say you're getting inflammation in your hands, like carpal tunnel type? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
kind of
talking
like
about?
sometimes
Yeah.
pains. Like sometimes if it's cold and my hands, it's like freezing or something. I can't really like go in and like,
Do you ever use CBD?
huh?
Do you ever use CBD or turmeric?
Turmeric. Yeah, like I do that type of stuff. I do like the little shots, like
Yeah, you should do that all the time.
Raw ginger.
Yeah.
Raw, yeah. There's a place in L.A. that I like that I don't have it in Miami. It's like I'm real tight with. I don't know if you know Rick Solomon. He owns this thing Sun Life, and it's fucking. They have great shit there. So I do that.
Oh, the Sun Life place in California.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, Rick is fucking. He's been an inspiration to me, and like, you know, everybody knows my story, and you know, I look up to him because he was able to walk away from drugs
Right.
very easily and stay there. For me, I have a hard time with it. I still struggle, and like, it's not drugs, it's, to put it bluntly, it's pussy and drugs together. Okay, it's a hell of a combination, and drug, sex, and all that shit, and like, you know, you get caught up in that wave, and like, it starts glamorously in your career of doing drugs, and it's just it just turns into something real ugly. So, he
also,
walked away from me for a while. He was like, bro, you're fucking up again, da da da. But I'm in a great place now, man. I got good people around me, and I smoke, and you know, I make my music, and I chill these days, man.
That's great.
I've graduated.
I was trying to tell you about your hands. Like if you're getting inflammation and you're taking hydrogen water, like hydrogen water would be great. But if you really want to cut it down, what we were talking about earlier is the way to cut it down. Stop eating things that give you inflammation. That's the big one. That'll change everything.
Yeah.
Cut out all the sugar in the bread, and you'll be amazed at how well you feel.
Bread. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not really like a sugar guy. Like some
Bread.
people eat sweets and shit. Like me, I'll go. Lately, because I'm trying to lose like a lot of weight, I've been eating fruit, like constantly eating. Like,
Fruit's great.
and I feel so much better because like I drink water till I'm blue in the face and I'm not hydrated. I eat fruits and shit like that. It's like I feel like it just sticks to your organs, and like it just.
Well, there's a lot of vitamins
watermelon
and-
I eat.
Watermelon's fantastic.
I love watermelon and apples.
Do you take any sort of electrolytes? Do you
I do. I mean,
regularly?
I'm
I'm just trying to help you.
Gatorade. But
I'm just
like,
trying to help you with your
Yeah,
hands.
Gatorade. But there's this other stuff. I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a powder. It's like supposed to be less
Like
fattening,
Element?
and you just put it in your water, and it's like an accelerator of hydration.
Like Liquid IV or something like that.
Something, yeah. I don't even know.
There's a bunch of those that are really good. But that's you could take care of that. Like obviously your fingers are still working, but if you're starting to feel like real discomfort, there's some things you could do. CBD's a big one.
Yeah.
CBD helps so much. My friend Dave Foley, he had arthritis to the point where his hands were like totally curled, couldn't straighten his hands out.
Yeah.
He started taking CBD and it all went away.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The benefits of.
And it's incredible. It really is incredible.
Yeah.
But the diet is a big one too.
I think I'm getting my fair share of CBD and THC.
From the weed.
Not just that, not from the flower, but I like edibles, but not like distillate.
I know what you're saying.
I'm into rosin edibles.
The difference is the CBD, you can isolate just the CBD, and they can make it in much higher concentrates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I love this shit. When I have muscle soreness, is a CBD. I'm no affiliation. CBD MD has this product called Freeze. It's 3,000 milligrams CBD.
Just
It's a
blast.
roll-on. It's a roll-on. So if you have like
Shit,
sore
that's
muscles,
easy.
yeah,
They have all kinds of
it's
crazy
fucking great. I love it. But they have great gummies and oils, and CBD is fantastic. Anytime you can eliminate inflammation in your life, that's good.
Yeah.
Whether it's your personal life or your body, just eliminate all the
So many people
inflammation.
tell me this wave of like sea moss.
Sea moss?
Yeah, like people like there's the benefits of.
Are you hearing about sea moss, Jeremy?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
You hearing about people eating it?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't tried it, but
I'm a big believer in ribeyes.
yeah, ribeye.
Medium
Me
rare,
too. I
little
love that.
salt.
Butterflied with a char.
Yeah, I'm not really into your sea moss.
No,
Get the
I've
fuck
never
outta
tried the shit, but
I feel
everybody's
like
like, you should do sea moss.
Most of that shit is starvation food.
Really?
Yeah, people eat it when they couldn't find fish. If you could find fish, you ate a fucking fish. Why would you eat that stupid moss? That's. I think that's
now I
what
know.
most vegetables are. Most vegetables are starvation food.
Yeah.
I think.
I fuck with salads. Actually
I fuck with
enjoy
salads.
salads, but I do them. I'm gonna put dressing on it and shit, and like destroy it.
Right. Some ranch.
A little Caesar vibe.
I just like
Extra
oil
pepper.
and vinegar. Olive oil and vinegar is all I like on salads. But I like salads. So I eat salads.
Yeah, I
like I'm not like religious about it, but I know that when I'm only eating like meat and steak and eggs, and I feel way better. It just everything feels like it's in tune. My brain works better. My body feels more relaxed. It's a tangible thing. When I eat a lot of bullshit, I feel it.
Dude, I met these coming from like being a fucking the middle of nowhere kid, like not a rich kid, not part of like some socialite type shit. I came up to like a certain level of people that was like pretty insane, like Russian multi-billionaires and
What is
all
that
this
like?
kind of-
Hanging around with those
That's
cats?
fucking bizarre, but I
That
just
must
remember
be weird because they'll get you killed.
Yeah.
Right?
It could happen, yeah. But like I'm hanging out with this one guy who's probably one of the richest men in the world, and we're eating borscht. He's like, Scotty, you should eat soup every day. It's good. I know what I'm telling you. I'm like, okay. So I eat a lot of soup.
Soup's good. Soup is basically vegetable juice.
You're saying like the hot broths and shit
Yeah.
like that is just super good for you.
good.
You live longer.
Bro, I used to live in Los Angeles. I used to go to Jerry's Famous Deli and
Jerry's.
get their chicken noodle soup. They had
Yeah,
the
it's good with the
best.
matzo ball.
Oh my god, their chicken noodle soup.
No chives though, I tell them.
Do they put chives in it normally?
The Jerry's does, yeah. But I like
Not a chives guy.
I like dill.
Dill.
Dill, yeah. Like
Okay.
I got like a Russian nanny and different things like that work for me. And they put that fresh dill in. Oh my god! And that just changes everything. That's like Mama never made.
A good if it's like you think about how cold Russia is, of course they make a good soup.
Yeah.
Anywhere that's cold is gonna make a good soup.
Yeah.
You don't hear like soup from Texas,
No.
right?
Yeah.
You hear chili. You don't hear soup. You don't hear about their soup.
Queso.
Queso. That's
close to
kind of
soup.
soup.
I had the butternut squash soup where you put me at last night at the Four Seasons, and that's
Butternut
just not my
squash
kind of soup. It was good, but
That's
it's just
pretty
not
nice.
like it's not my favorite.
It's basically vegetable juice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where
it's
you're
good.
you're drinking hot vegetable juice. But
It's very
of course
like
it's good for you.
Table cream, all of it. And shit.
Right. Oh, that kind of stuff where they make
Yeah.
the white swirls on the top
Yeah.
like it's a latte.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Very fancy, Scott.
So yeah, music. We started like talking about how my music career evolved.
Pull up to that mic.
So earlier we were talking about where did it start, and I went
Yeah.
all the way back. So now I'm hanging with this guy Richard, that the videographer I was saying that I met in my dad's office. He took me and started making an attempt to professionalize myself as a musician. Joined the Roots. We got a record deal, and I loved it. I was now like a very like lucky guy to be involved in something cool, but I was bringing something real major to the table within the group. And I just felt like after a while I wasn't appreciated. And that I was just going to be remembered as the guy who played keys for the Roots. And I wanted more than that. I left the group for a multitude of reasons. Some I usually don't talk about, but boo-hoo, I felt some reverse racism. I know that people have dealt with shit, like fucked up shit, but I was just like kind of mortified one time on a stage, and I just remember I'm performing with the Roots in New York, this event called the Black Lily, and playing the keyboards, backing everybody up, and this and that, and somebody was rapping. They point at me, the white devil, something else, just like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, I'm.
Were they serious?
I'm the
Or were
most
they
loving.
joking around?
No, it was fucked up shit, bro.
Really?
It really hurt me because I'm like, I don't see color. I don't see any of that shit. I'm the most, like, just coolest motherfucker in that aspect. Like, to me, racism bothers me. But it was like, my family now were not representing for me, and that let that happen, and then just combined
So
with
someone on the stage said that?
yes, one of the rappers. I'm not going to say names, but
God damn.
shit was just like, how is this happening right now?
God damn.
And I felt like all the credit and for all the like big melodies and stuff that I was creating for the group was just being swept under the rug, and like I said, I got to leave this group. And I'm dating this girl at the time who was like urging me not to. She was saying, you're going to be the Pete Best of the Roots. You know who Pete Best is?
Yeah, the Beatle.
He left the Beatles, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was like, you're going to be the Pete Best of the Roots. I was like, that's cool. She actually dumped me. All that shit. And I continued on my journey attempting to be a music producer and not join bands. And I met this guy through the whole process of being in the Roots. His name was Derek Jackson, and he embraced me into, you're so talented, like, let's give it a go. And we would take these trips from Philly to New York and just go to every A&R, every fucking label, trying contacts that this guy Derek had in New York. He was from New York. Like he would just use them. And then the first week we were doing that, we got a couple of bites. And one was my first client was Busta Rhymes.
Wow.
I'll never forget it. Busta believed me. He's like, all right. And I went to the studio. We made a record. One shot, one kill, baby. That's how it is. Like, you get one shot. It's not like, and we made Blot Out, which was on his album, Anarchy. And we also got that same week, maybe 3 days later, Capone and Noriega. And CNN, the album, Nori's got his whole world in podcast now. So he's proud of that guy. Great guy. But yeah, they believed in me. And the day I went in, I'll never forget it. Capone, whose partner, was coming home from jail that day. And the theme of the day was, I guess he got him some girls and like on the way to the studio to come work. And now he's like, all day he kept saying, it's nothing to come home from jail with these girls in your limousine and come work with me and Scotty and this and that. It was just an amazing day. We made music. We made like 3. And then I was off to the races, man. I was making music.
Wow.
And a whole bunch of cool stuff in between there. And then still ain't make no money, but I'm now like doing shit.
Is that you?
Yeah, let me shut this off.
Isn't it funny that fear of like the Pete Best type thing, that's such a real thing?
Yeah.
In the beginning, you don't have any idea what your future's going to be.
Like, and I would see shit on them.
Yeah.
Like, they're appearing here or they're doing this and that and be like, fuck, but what did I do?
Right.
I held in there. And then I'm always, a lot of people say this, but I'm like a fucking very harmonious person. I always do good for everybody. I never like. You can accuse me of being a lot of things, but being an asshole, I'm not. So when I was in my first trip to L.A., all right, I went to L.A. to perform, and I did this open mic at the Martini Lounge. It was my first time ever going to California, and it was a roots event. I wasn't in the group anymore, but like whatever I had to do, I was going to make a few $100 to go play background on this thing. It wasn't the roots. It was like an open mic with random people coming and this and that. So I did this thing, and who do I see come up to me but a chick I knew from Philly. And she was like, Storch, what up? She's like, you're not going to believe this, but I signed a record deal with Dr. Dre and Aftermath. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So she's like, I'm going to hook you up with Dre. You were always fucking good to me in Philly, and you never tried to smash. You let me go in the studio, and we did cool stuff together. And, like, it was a platonic thing. Like, she was my homegirl. And sure enough, I go and I meet up with Dre. I'm waiting for him to come out. I'm in the lobby, like, nervous as hell. I don't have anything to play for him. I have my fingers. That's about it. And I go into a room, and he sits me down. He's like, I heard you good at them keys. I start playing for him and this and that. He's real quiet and just like listening. I'm like, nothing's coming from this. I'm gonna go home sad today. He leaves the room. I'm still sitting in there. I'm like, I don't know if I should be just leaving or I'm supposed to stay in here. And this dude, Larry Chapman, one of his head dudes, comes back in and says, Dre wants you to stay here for a long time. He's gonna get you a hotel and here's some money. I was like, really? Okay.
Dre wants you to stay here for a long time.
Yeah, it was just like let me know Dre wants you here, man. Like, you can stay, because I was gonna get on a plane back to Philly that night. And I remember I went back to the hotel. I got all my shit, and now I'm being switched to like a fancy hotel, and I'm like chilling, and I got some money. I went and rented a fucking 5 Series BMW, and I was like, wow, I am in LA for the first time. I have money. I just met Dre. I'm about to make a fucking album with Dr. Dre. Wow. The next day I go to the studio. I meet up with Dre, and he's telling me all kinds of cool shit, man. Like, he accepted me into his world. Like, it was like it was surreal, bro.
It's a movie scene.
It was surreal.
Dre wants you to stay for a long time.
I got this, he's telling me I got this rapper that is really talented. I believe in him, blah, 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 blah. He's a white boy and this and that. And in walks Eminem.
Wow.
And like, he let me finish up some record that he was doing with him. It was like one of M's first releases at Just the Two of Us. You know what I'm talking about? And I played a little keys on that over there. The next day, me and Dre went in to work on his project, and we made Big Egos, which made it to, that's like that one shot, one kill thing. Like, that first day worked out. It led to me being along Dre's, side and in his camp for a very long time.
But there's just a handful of dudes like you out there in the world that I call like a musical magician. There's people that people call upon, like, you got to get Storch.
I'm a producer.
Right, but what is that? Like, what separates you from other musicians that makes you this savant? Do you think about it, or would that take away the magic? Bro, I
can barely tie my shoelaces. But
right, but you know how to bang out some beats.
I got this shit.
Right.
I was telling you about that Russian oligarch, okay? He looked at me one time, and he says, Scotty, you are not playing this keyboard. You're fucking the piano. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but it's wrong. Like, I'm not an educated guy, but like, I have rhythm, like, on some different shit, like Bob James, like your boys, the Black Keys, like,
love those guys.
Look, not to jump around too much, but working with them was the first time like I feel like I did anything good. I can't explain it. I have all these hits, like The Candy Shop, this, that, Beyonce, every single thing. I feel like the first time I really got into it on some real, touch the culture, real shit, not what's people like trap music and dumb shit like that. Like,
yeah.
This is like the real as it gets, and I got to use these vintage keyboards. I'm playing shit with a wah-wah pedal on a keyboard and like going crazy. And like, if you look at my Instagram sometime, you'll see some of the shit that like I'm doing. Like their studio.
I do. I watch it all the time.
Their studio is insane, man. Like, and those toys, like I was really tapping in.
Really?
Yeah. It was so much fun. But
I just love those two guys. They're just, and they're so fucking talented, man. We saw them out here at Stubbs.
yeah.
Fuck, it was so fun, man.
Yeah, man. And something about Nashville is a great place to make music, man.
Yeah, well, think about how much great music has come out of there, and then the memory of that shit is burned into the city.
Yeah.
I believe in that. I believe that places have memory. Mm-hmm. You know, I really do.
Yeah, you feel it.
Yeah, I think there's an element. I mean, it's not everything about a place, but I think places have memory. You know, I think that a place like Nashville, I mean, and also it's small enough because it's kind of a tight community. Everybody kind of knows everybody. Mm-hmm. There's so many musicians there.
It's
Kid Rock's
town.
there. Black Keys are there. Yeah, Kid Rock.
He told me he
Yeah, I read into it at the UFC. Kid Rock's my favorite fucking thing of all time is going to his giant tract of land in Nashville and seeing his fucking White House.
like with the rotating dining room and the fucking crazy.
He's out of his mind.
He did well, man.
Yeah,
he was one of. I know. I met him. He used to come up to the studio when we were making the Chronic album, which right. And I think it was like visiting. I think with a lot with Eminem. And I don't know if he was doing some other stuff, but he was there quite a bit. He was a cool guy, man.
Yeah, he's always at the UFC with Trump. It's hilarious because Trump comes into American Badass. The crowd goes nuts when they know he's there, and then Kid Rock's behind him. It's like the Republican Avengers.
Dude, I performed at Mar-a-Lago not long ago.
No way.
Yeah, I jammed out. I did a Blacks for Trump thing, and it was cool, man.
Jeff Dye was telling me he's done stand-up at Mar-a-Lago. How crazy is that?
Yeah, he's a genius. I really am. He got a sick operation over that. Mar-a-Lago is insane, bro.
I need to check it out. We thought about we do this podcast called Protect Our Parks with Shane Gillis, Ari Shaffir, and Mark Norman. It's a crazy podcast. We get hammered and drink beer out of like this giant Freedom Bong. It's like an eagle's asshole you're drinking the beer out of. And we talked about doing one from Mar-a-Lago. We might do that still.
That's cool. I'm supposed to go there. I think I'm going to go there for us on the 13th. They're doing some kind of event, like a Roaring 20s vibe dinner, and then like a whole weekend of
Roaring 20s, like you wear the outfits.
I'm not gonna, but like
bro,
that theme.
I would wear one of them outfits.
I'll wear
That'd be badass. What did they wear? What's like a Roaring 20s outfit?
Zoot suit.
I would imagine that's like
double-breasted.
Yeah, like the Peaky Blinders. What those dudes wore.
Yeah.
What do they wear in the 20s?
The Shelbys.
Zoot suits, man. What do they wear? Roaring 20s men. Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks slick.
Those hats, look at that.
They all wore hats. Isn't that
Lucky
crazy?
Luciano shit going on.
Isn't that crazy that, like, nice hats just went away? We were talking about that the other day. We were watching an old school fight with Jack Johnson, and every man on the street, like, waiting in line for the fight, all the people in the audience for the fight, all of them had fancy hats on. Men used to just wear fancy hats. Something happened. Fancy hats just fell apart. Like, if you were in the fancy hat business in 1920, be like, bro, we got it forever. Yeah. Like, fancy hats ain't going away. But fancy hats completely fucking went. If you
There's
wear
a couple
fancy...
companies. A friend of mine was wearing a hat. He's like, this hat's like $4,000. I'm like, it's like some fancy company that got.
I'm sure there's companies, but it's not like everybody's
it was
baseball
everything.
hats. Everybody buys baseball hats, you know. But fancy hats, they just went away. If you would ask those fancy hat people, do you think one day the president will be wearing a baseball hat or a fancy hat? They'd be like, a fancy hat. He's the fucking president. Nope. Make America great again. Yep. Baseball hat with a suit on.
That's crazy. You know what?
Fancy hats just fell out of style.
Yeah, I think
you can't bring it back either.
It's become a much more casual world, I believe. And it's like, I mean, sometimes I always bitch like, people knew how to dress. When we used to go out, I would put on a sport coat and wear, But like at the end of the day, like,
it's all
I get
bullshit.
it. Yeah, that's what
it's all bullshit.
Yeah,
it's nice to dress up sometimes. It's fun.
It's a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Lately, I've just been changing my whole fashion ways. Like, a friend of mine said something. He's like, even though I have nice things, he's like, you don't need a Ferrari. Be the Ferrari. When you walk in a room, there's a fucking, you're on South Beach, and all these fucking guys that barely have a pot to piss in are getting out of the Lambo and the fucking valet and the iced out and shit. Like, I'm the king of that shit. I was filthy rich and did all that shit, and I might as well have just landed a fucking spaceship on top of the club. Like, I was doing everything, but lately it turns me off. I look at myself and I feel like a poser. Like, I feel like the richest guy in the room is wearing a bare bones, no diamonds type shit. Like,
Look at Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Dude wears Occupy Mars T-shirts. Doesn't even have a watch.
Yep.
You know, it's just,
so that's the
just
theory.
hanging.
That's where I'm at.
You don't. I think what happens is in the beginning you want everybody to know you're doing well, so you have all your stuff on. You dress real nice. You know, you're like, wow, Scott looks good. He looks sharp. But then when you're undeniable, you reach a point in your life where you're just like, who am I doing this for? This is stupid.
Well, if you're like me and you have a point in your life where you had $100 million and you were trying to impress everybody and you fucking didn't have any respect for buddy. Like, my financial manager walked away from me back in the day and said, you're unmanageable.
Why? Were you going crazy?
I was spending so much money.
But look, you're still here. Yay.
I had fun. I had
bet
tons
you had
of
a good
fun.
time. Bet you had a good time.
But when you lose everything,
Yeah.
you want to like fake it and be like, oh no, I still got it, and like I'm the guy with the most obnoxious set of diamonds,
Right.
and I'm broke as shit because I just wanted to look the part. My ego wouldn't let me let go of that shit.
That's a negative feedback loop. Because that doesn't feed into art either.
No,
it's
it
the
doesn't.
opposite.
It doesn't. I
It's
had
the
to get rid
opposite
of
art.
all of that. I
Yeah.
had to like really take it back to nothing. Like, I don't care about labels and shit. I like nice things. Look, I don't like have to do the pull up on the club, but look, there's nothing wrong with a fucking 911. Like, it's just a great car. Like,
Yeah, there's amazing engineering.
Or anything. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I do it for me now. Like, whatever I do, and I'm just like, I'm really getting into my music. I'm getting into a lot of things.
I appreciate both things. I appreciate people who dress real nice, and I appreciate people who don't give a fuck. I think there's a place for
There's
everybody.
a happy medium.
Yeah, and then the stuff is not life. Life is not your stuff.
No.
But some stuff is fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Like Cat Williams when he was here, he wasn't even living here or staying here, and somehow or another he got an electric Rolls Royce. So he's here. I mean, he's here for a day to do a show, and wasn't he doing a show somewhere else or something, like an arena somewhere? But one of the things he said, when you're sitting in this car, you know where you spent your money.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you go, oh,
No,
I
it's
know
real
why
talk.
this is $600,000. Look how fucking amazing this thing is.
No, yeah.
Lights on the
Listen,
ceiling.
I love
and,
nice things. I just
Yeah.
like them for different reasons.
Right. You don't like them for showing off. You like them because you like them because
Now.
they're awesome.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with luxury.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with luxury.
If you work hard, but
The problem is you trying to show everybody your luxury instead of just enjoying it. Like, look in my car.
or prioritizing it before your children or before things
anything.
that, like
Before anything.
Yeah.
Before anything.
You think
Before
you-
food.
Yeah.
It shouldn't come before anything.
Yeah.
It should be just a fun thing. And when you get to a level of success that you're at, if you don't figure that out, that's when it's the saddest. When someone makes a ton of money and doesn't go, oh, it's not about the things, it's about the relationships that I have. It's about my friends. It's about my loved ones, my family. It's about the people that I work with. It's about everybody having a good time. It's about let's all get together and break bread and eat and hug each other and tell each other we love each other and do great work and have a good time and just enjoy this life experience. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
The car is just like, look, that's
It's
cool, dude.
Yeah, it's icing on the
Yeah, if
cake.
you pull up in a cool car, I'm like, check it
But
out.
that
what do you
is
got?
all some people have to offer in their
Right.
like life, and like they think that is great.
Well, you know that the problem is that's seemingly the most unattainable thing. When you're broke and you see some guy who pulls up in a brand new 911, you're like, what the fuck? This is yours? It's mind blowing.
Yeah. I had Bugattis and all kinds of shit. I mean,
those things?
I had everything. I won for the best car collection on fucking MTV Cribs. I had like 26 cars, bro. If you name, I had like $10 million cars.
Wow.
Like crazy shit. Like, I'm an idiot. But at any rate,
Yeah, but those are fun too if you
Yeah.
can afford it.
no, yeah. But I lived a billionaire's life as a millionaire. I had 100 million. I thought it said 100 billion in my account. I thought there was an extra zero. But recently, I met a guy. You just met Kevin. Kevin is a fucking like, just a great person. I had met him years and years ago. He was the head of security for 50 Cent. And when he brought 50 to my house to do the candy shop. okay? And that's where I met him, but I lost touch with him for so many years, and just, not so long ago, just re-met him at this studio. This guy, BB at Circle House, said, yo, this guy wants to, you've met him before, but he wants to meet you. He's now the owner of the Platinum Security Group, which is like one of the largest corporate security companies in the nation. Like, this guy owns so much real estate, he owns half of Boca Raton. He's like a major freaking guy. And he wanted to initially hire me to do some music for some artists, and he had a record label, and we ended up partnering on that record label and partnering on these different type things that were, different projects and shit that we're doing. And he is like, yo, first of all, you need to get the fuck out of Miami, and I want you to move an hour north to Boca so you can focus and really make the music and stop worrying about, because Miami, like, start slipping into my old ways, and girls are
Miami
every day.
is
It show up, and it's a cesspool, bro, and it's so much fun, and it's so fucked up, and there's so much ass, and there's so much drugs, and there's so much everything, and it's like, fuck that.
You should have to have a passport to go to Miami.
Right?
That is not America. That's
Yeah.
some new thing. That's
Yeah.
some new thing. Miami's
Yeah.
wild.
It's good to go there
Yeah.
if you need to fucking be there, but like
The energy in that place
an
is
hour
amazing.
down the road is beautiful waterfront living
Right.
and normalcy,
Chill.
and just far
Chill.
enough to where
You can get there.
garbage is not gonna
Right.
hit you every day.
You can get there if you want,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're outside.
Yeah.
That's what
So
I think. Attack it from
he's
the
like,
outside.
Move up here. And since I did that and
That's wise
followed his
advice.
lead, so many great things are happening.
Yeah.
Even just like unlocking, how you block your blessings?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was blocking my blessings, and now they're starting to come. I'm here with you talking and telling my story, and like things like that are happening, great things. I have an artist that, I'm working on. I have my album. I decided, how Khaled makes an album, he's got all these different people, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna I've made my whole life of us making hit records for labels and for their artists. Why not develop artists and do my own album and use some of those artists for my projects? And I'm putting out a slew of singles. This girl Abbie Stair that Kevin introduced me to is like so amazing. I think there might be a picture somewhere of that. I was told, because I'm using her for my first single. Like, even though we're going to be developing her album, and but I'm doing my single featuring her, and then a whole bunch of other ones that I'm going to be putting out. I have one with Young Blue, and I have tons of singles. But we have this song, and I'm excited, man. Like, I'm doing the things I always wanted to do. I'm taking full on initiative now.
And you think moving an hour outside Miami was a big part of that?
I think, yeah, in order to just
Balance.
balance myself.
You need balance, man. You need to be able to go hard, but you need to be able to recover, relax, and focus. You need privacy. You need solitude so you can think. Everybody needs that. You need balance in your life. If you don't, you just go. You lean in one direction. It's like your body. You only work out your biceps. Your hips are gonna go. Something's gonna go wrong. You're gonna fuck your body up with imbalance. You're gonna fuck your life up with imbalance. Everything needs some sort of a balance, and everybody's balance is different. For a guy like you who goes hard, you probably should get the fuck out of Miami. You probably should be living in Boca
Right now.
with all the quiet people.
Yep, and
Yeah.
I'm loving it. If I need to go to Miami,
1 hour.
I'll go to Miami.
It's 1 hour.
Fuck it.
How hard is that? I love Florida. It's just a fucking crazy ass place.
It is.
Crazy ass place filled with
Sexy place.
reptiles.
Yeah, right. And they literally were walking around on your dock. And
There's so many.
think iguanas
Giant iguanas falling out of trees when it gets cold out.
Yeah, it's funny as shit.
It's just such a fucked up place, but it's so fun.
Yeah,
There's
I
so
love
many good things. And during the pandemic, I think people started to really appreciate Florida. Like, so many people moved down there. They're like, hey, you can just live here. You don't have to just be under the tyrannical control of the government.
Look, the Northeast was a great place to, as a young guy, to build strength and the changing of the seasons and scraping
Yes,
the ice off your
yes,
fucking windshield
yes.
and just learning about being a man, wearing Timberland boots because you're fucking
Right.
freezing cold.
Right.
And I think every young person should have to experience that,
100%.
not just sunshine.
Bro, I grew up in Boston.
Yeah.
And, it's cold as fuck in the winter. When I was a kid, we made money by shoveling snow. And that, that's back-breaking fucking work, shoveling long, steep driveways and shit for $100.
Yeah.
But if you could do that and do that all the time, like you build resolve. You're out there freezing. Your hands are numb. We'd play outside in the snow. Your fucking hands would go numb. You come in, you can't feel your feet.
Makes you stronger.
It makes you stronger. You're scraping the ice off your windshield before you go to work.
Yeah. Salting the fucking the walk.
I feel bad for people that don't grow up in those environments because I really think it gives you a little extra edge.
Yeah. And those changing of seasons is amazing. It's different feelings, different moods.
All my favorite comedians for the most, well, that's not true. I was going to say that, but then Kinnison, he was from Texas.
Sam.
Yeah. But that was different. That dude was, that's a different thing.
I always think about back to school. When I think about Sam Kinnison, I don't know why my mind just goes right there.
Was he right?
Was he right?
I was there.
That dude is awesome.
Yeah, he was awesome.
I have an appreciation for film. I have appreciation for comedians. I grew up dude, I was buying Richard Pryor albums as a kid and Eddie Murphy albums. And, I spent a lot of times, I became good friends with Mike Epps. I became a lot of comedians. Comedians are tortured souls. You guys, I think a lot of that whole comedy tragedy thing is very serious.
Well, there's something to that.
For many.
Yeah, there's something to that, but it's you just got to figure out how to balance it, like we were talking about before. For me, I balance it out with exercise, exercise and saunas and cold plunges and yoga and shit like that. That's how I balance it out. That's how I keep my mind straight.
Yep.
But if I didn't, I would be spiraling, just like all of them. I think you need something in your life that's more difficult than your life. Something that you do, that you choose to do, that's more difficult than regular life, because then it makes regular life way more manageable.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of cool. I'm 50, and I'm inspired when I was in my early 20s, and just doing the music. And it's sometimes I get reminded of the fact, when you're trying to keep up, there's a session and you're gonna have to go meet little baby at 3 a.m. It's
And you're 50.
Okay, fuck it. I just do it. I just have to compensate for it.
Yeah.
I could have just went for days back in the day,
Right.
Without drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
right.
now it's all right. I'm gonna sleep real late because I'm gonna have to go at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So is that a standard thing? When rappers come in, they want to work with you. Do they generally want to work late at night?
Rappers?
Yeah.
Yes.
They all want to work late at night.
And my biggest problem is I can't always tell them that. Sometimes you should just send them CDs and shit. But I know when you get in a room and you make some shit right there on the spot for somebody and you're feeling their energy, that's when the best records happen.
Yes.
These dudes, a lot of dudes are not with it, but some are.
That's the extra magic, right?
Yeah, I think the best artists want that. The ones that aren't really artists, they just want some bullshit to rap on, some more bullshit.
But there's something, you're exchanging something as human beings, right? You're with that person. You're experiencing them. They're experiencing you, the music, the song, everything together, the lyrics. That's a human experience. That's why I refuse to do Zoom podcasts. Some people in other countries, they wanted to be on a screen and just sit in their living room.
No,
you gotta fly here, bro. You gotta be in the room.
I'll give you a perfect example. I got a call a week ago, FaceTime, and it was J. Cole. I seen it on my phone, and I was chilling. I was oh shit, it's J. Cole, and
my neighbor thinks I'm selling dope.
He says, yo, Storch, I figured out a way that I can harness that Storch thing. You're in Florida. I'm flying there. So I'm going home from this tomorrow. He's going to be there the next day. We're going to be working at a hit factory. But he gets it.
We were just listening to Neighbors in the green room last night. Oh, yeah. And we were all going, motherfucker, I am.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited when somebody wants to get in the room and they have an idea of what they feel out of the Scott Storch bag of tricks. Like they want to like harness or encompass and like.
Well, you're also a guy that like you find out you're working with Scott Storch that day, everybody gets fired up. So there's like a feat because you've had so much success that there's this like excitement about you, and you're in the room, and that creates like additional like inspiration.
Yeah, I give my all to all clients because if somebody's gonna be in a room when I'm not there and they're like, "This is the one Scott Storch did," that shit had better. If I like the artist or I don't, like whatever the hell it is, they have to be like, "Yo, that beat is fucking flames." Like, so I give my all to shit, and for some reason, man, like I said, like this is one of the few things I can just do over and over again. I do it good. I give results. Nothing always sounds the same. If somehow I manage to pull it off, and it's like I just remember Dr. Dre telling me, "Yo," because his work ethic is crazy. He says, "You don't have to be on every day, just most days." And it stuck with me, and I was like, "Yeah, man, like, you got to be known for being the guy that hit home runs almost every time. Not every time, but almost every time."
But when you're dealing with something that involves creativity, it can't be every day. It's not possible. You're asking too much of the muse.
Yeah.
But that's also the problem with like being a workaholic. You're going hard all the time. You're constantly working, and you're gonna have your hits and you're gonna have your misses, and that's just a part of the process.
I go hard with everything that I do, whether it be a bad thing or a good thing.
Yeah,
like
most people do.
I got like the same energy I give to that, to the music and shit. I was giving to like the wrong things for a while.
A good friend of mine, we were talking about a buddy of ours that died. He died from pills, and he was super clean. He was a professional pool player, like a really like world-class pool player. Super clean, never did anything, never drank, never smoked. Got in a car accident, fucked his back up, started getting on pills. And pain pills, to him, he chased the pain pills the way he chased being the best in the world at pool. The same thing that got him to be a wizard at playing pool, that same obsession,
tore him down.
That same obsession got wrapped up in the pills, and he died. He died young. And we were talking about him like that is what it is. That's where obsession and addiction cross paths. One can serve you, one can ruin you, and they're the same energy. It's just how you channel the fire. You could channel the fire to wood and cook your food, or you can channel it to your house, and now you're fucked. Like, where do you put the fire? How do you direct it? And if you direct it the right way, you can have an amazing life and do all kinds of cool shit and have a great time and meet cool people and have a fun life. Or you can do it the wrong way and just be on Skid Row.
Yeah.
Covered in scabs.
It's hard to balance sometimes things that are take over your soul, like pills and shit like that. Later I want to talk to you about, I got into like the business of rehab, not for money. I got into the business of rehab to help people, but that's later. Honestly, like my whole life was just all music. I loved music. I loved going in my fucking car and just listening to the things I loved, like music. I love music of the 70s, and I love Marvin Gaye. I like all this fucking
I love Marvin Gaye.
Incredible music, Earth, Wind, and Fires, and this, that. Like that's where it all comes from. So I base my music on the past 50 years of music, 100 years of music. And I was doing good. I smoked pounds of weed, made my music, lived a very healthy life, and became very rich. And I was in a bubble for so long that one day I'm living in a house that Ivanka Trump recently just bought. It was my house on Indian Creek Island, okay, which I owned outright. I bought the fucking house for cash from the widow of the founder of Southern Wine and Spirits. And I bought this house. It was fucking massive topiary gardens and incredible thing. I was living a healthy life. And I wasn't in my mind like cool, but I was like happy. I was cool. That was as cool as it gets because I was balanced and healthy and doing what I love to do. But I felt like I was yearning for something bad, or I don't know what I was yearning for. But this girl ended up showing up at my doorstep, a very famous girl. And look, I'm not playing the game, like blame game or anything, but it's just a course of events happened. Paris Hilton shows up at my door initially to work on music, and we ended up connecting, and I learned this whole new way of life, like with paparazzis and being like next to her, and then, excuse me, inevitably hooking up with her, and we're now an item and shit, and we're, kind of like, we're having tons of fun. We're good friends, but I think we're both using each other in a certain way, like, where I'm like so excited to be next to this girl who's like the coolest, most famous girl in the world. She's like my girl, and like she's next to her passion was at that time music, and she was like next to me, who I'm the #1 music producer in the world at the time. And it went on, and then inevitably the nightlife led to fucking cocaine. And that,
no.
She don't lie. She don't lie. First year and a half, going here on planes and Saint-Tropez and St. Bart's and the flyest shit you could do, and the best fucking coke and all that shit, just having a blast. And then it just goes bad. And then it's just like, you have a relationship. You've seen the movie Blow. And you've seen how hot Penelope Cruz and Du were, like, in the beginning. They were like into each other. Then it just comes.
Of course.
All, like, there's no happy ending.
Your foundation gets rotted out under you.
Yeah, and, like, my A-list life was, like, was born there. And, like, I was now, like, in that situation. And then it ended up with Kim Kardashian and all these different things, and like she wasn't even famous at that point, but like she's cool, man. She's always been a great person, and like
I gained a lot of respect for her when she started working for criminal and prison reform.
Yeah, it just shows like that shit's from the heart too. She's
advocacy for people that are wrongfully accused. Yeah, man, she's done a lot of good things. That lady's gotten a lot of people out of jail.
Yeah, I look, as long as I've known Kim, she's never been anything but just a super sweet person. And
that's awesome.
I met her before the fame. Like, we dated before the fame. And, I was a hot mess. Like, I was the fucked up one when we were together. Like, I just was not focused. I was just thinking about strippers and drugs and this and that. And was just, I was still on a high level, but I was living a fucked up life. I had a session. Now I moved to Palm Island from Indian Creek because everything I was doing, I was trying to impress Paris, and like I knew that everybody wanted to be on Star Island and Palm Island, and like close to the party. South Beach was it was South Beach.
Right.
I didn't know that where I was living already was the Big Daddy. Like those houses, you have to be everybody's there. Like Bezos, everybody's there now. Like where I was, I moved to this house on Palm Island. I go from a 90-foot yacht to a much bigger yacht. I take these leaps just trying to impress her and just blow her mind, even though she didn't need that. But I was
trapped
doing it. Yeah, it was all some weird mental like thing. Like I felt
a lot of people get caught in that spiral when they start making money.
I didn't want to be famous. I wanted to be the most famous. I wanted to be the biggest boss, not just a boss. I had to be that guy.
Boy.
And when I lost everything, it was like, it's bad news. And dude, I had Janet Jackson at my house to do a session.
Pre or post nipple at the Super Bowl?
I don't even remember. I don't remember the nipples, but I remember this sweet, cool lady. When I met Janet, I was told to not even like really like talk to her, like more like talk to like somebody, and like it was like a
for
buffer.
real.
Like it was like pass your message and tell this person, and they're gonna like relay it. Like even in the same room, like, to the point where within a few hours,
when
like,
you're collaborating with music,
just for the first few like minutes, this happened, and then like. Dude, we became like homies. Like it was like immediate. Like I was like, "Fuck that."
Well, sometimes it's the handlers that fuck things.
The
up.
handlers.
I've seen people that they give themselves extra importance by like saying, if you want to talk to her, you have to talk to me first.
Yeah, that
like
kind of creating
shit.
a role for themselves
and creating like a little bit of insecurity on your part too. Like, don't address Miss Jackson.
Right.
Address me.
Yeah.
I'll address Mrs. Jackson.
That's exactly.
And probably she might not even know about
Dude,
all
we
that.
were by the end of the day. I was like, I was smoking my weed. And she was like, I was telling her about the different kinds I had in these New York plastic jars and this and that, and like, just cool as hell. But flash forward to now, she's coming to Palm Island to work. I left her at my house for like 7 or 8 hours because I wanted to go to the Gold Rush and go get some blow and hang out with strippers. It was just like, are you fucking serious? Like, you're really going to do that?
Yeah.
Like, you don't see it at the time because out of your fucking mind.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Out of my mind.
Yeah.
Out of my tits.
It's just
So
it's
much
too
regret for things like that.
When you have so much money and you have power and fame, it's like you have too much possibility.
Yeah.
There's too many things that can entice you. And if you're doing blow and going to strip clubs all the time, it's just like more titties in my face, please.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep doing it. Let's keep partying. Let's stay up.
It's selfish.
Yeah.
And you're not thinking about it because you're what did he say in Goodfellas? Your brain's going to mush.
It's
Something-
imbalance.
It's true.
It's imbalance. It's like what we were talking about.
So-
But you need a balance.
The A-list parties turn to B-list parties. The B-list turns to C-list. The C-list turns to fucking street urchins. You know what I mean? But I remember I've had some fucking funny moments though. Like I remember having a party. It was like a Super Bowl party. I had like 700 or 800 people at my house, and now like everybody's like fizzling out. It's now like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. I think Snoop was there, Mike Epps was there. Different people were hanging out, lingering, chilling, like family people. Now it's like friends and shit. And like, there's a knock on my door at like 10 a.m. And it's Pamela Anderson. And that shit was the funniest shit. In my house, living with me at that time was one of my favorite people. And I knew he was upstairs, like sleeping or whatever. My good friend DMX, God rest his soul. And Pamela was showing up, and I was like, yo, X, check this out. I was all geeked out. I'm like, thinking it's so funny that I got Pamela coming to my house at 10 in the morning. And he comes over the railing of my house, and he's like, looks over. He's like, Baywatch. And then he just walked back away. He walked back in the fucking thing. Okay? X was living with me, man, and like, it was like the blind leading the blind. I'm a coke addict, and he was a crack addict. And I'm like trying to help him. I'm like, man, you really need to get clean, man. It's like, what the fuck is really? Yeah. So I'm like, yo, you need to go to rehab. I'm like, so I get him, I convince him like to avoid like a jail sentencing for something, a charge that he had, whatever. He went to rehab and like was getting his shit together. The place that I had gone that didn't really work for me, but I had him there. I really did care about him. I wanted him off that shit. Like, whatever, that was like a worse evil or a faster suicide than I was even on. And he ran out of the place. I got a call from him. The place was directly across the street from the Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. And he's like, calls me. He's like, yo, what's up? I'm like, well, how are you calling me? You don't have phone privileges like that in this place. He's like, I'm across the street from the rehab at the Hard Rock with one of the nurses. And like, I'm like, oh my, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, yo, X, cover yourself up. Come back to my house. I'm going to talk to these people, let you back in. And they wouldn't let him back in. It was like real tough motherfucker that owned this place. And he ended up, because it was court ordered, he had to go away. I'm at the Mondrian one morning, a couple of days later, and my security is like, yo, Doug, there's 50 federal agents here. Woo, woo, woo. Like crazy shit, bro. It was like, I couldn't believe it. I felt horrible. And then you flash forward to not so long ago, I was heavily involved in a rehab center in California, in Studio City, where we used cannabis for healing. And it came to my attention that he was on his last legs. X was in bad shape. So I was able to make a meeting happen. My partner, Steve LaBelle, I don't know if you know who Steve LaBelle is, managed Bone Thugs and Harmony and all these people, like real legend. We were partners on this place, and we had X come in. He had emphysema. He was one rock away from death, like, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we convinced him. We put him on a private plane to Washington to do a detox. He went. He went through the whole detox, and his plan was to leave the detox and come to our facility inpatient and do rehab. He never made it back on the plane to head back, and we never saw him again. And like, I was me trying to save a man's life that I really loved, man. He was like such a special guy, but like
such a special performer.
Yeah.
Man, there's
one of the greatest to ever do it.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. The power that guy had in his voice. It was amazing. But wild people make wild shit. And
Intense. I'm one of them.
Sometimes you can't control it.
You can't calculate or...
Yeah, I mean, going back to Kinnison, I mean, that just did him in. I mean, he died in a car accident, but I mean, he was falling apart because it was all cocaine and drinking, and the wildest of the wilds all get caught up in that life because you escape yourself.
It's an escape. I was just about to say it. Yeah, it's an escape.
The difference between enjoying yourself and an escape is,
but bro, like the come down, like after, like, because after a while, like. That like getting fucked up and going to sleep doesn't work. It's like now you want to go for 2 days, 3 days. The way you feel at the end of that run is no good, bro. It's like
not good.
It's just no good.
Well, you're closing in on death.
Yeah,
that's the reality.
Yeah,
you
your
do
body's
2
shutting
days.
Down.
People don't like to think that, but if you're up for 2 days, you're about 4 days away from death.
Yeah,
you keep that up for 4 days, you're gonna die. You'll stroke out. You'll have a heart attack. Something will go wrong. You'll pop. Something will go off. Yeah, when you'll get emphysema or you'll get pneumonia. You'll get something horrible because your immune system's destroyed.
Yeah.
But it's like wild people make wild shit. And do you get a DMX without drugs? I don't.
It's like you call it sex, drugs, or rock and roll, rock star shit, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know if you get those people. I don't know if you get Hendrix without acid. I don't know if you get it. I don't know if you get it. I don't know if you get it without heroin. I don't know.
Maybe I'm so lucky because now I finally realize and I'm like, understand like all the things you're saying about you can just die, and like I get it now, and I'm like I'm not doing that, and like I lived it though, and I got to experience, but the music is still fertile, and like I'm still doing my thing because a lot of those memories and things,
oh bro, you made it through.
Yeah,
you made it through. You made it through. You're alive, you're healthy, you're lucky, you're blessed,
fucking lucky as hell,
lucky as shit. And it's just like that's the dance, man. The dance is how much wild do you let in your life. And if you don't let any in,
you might be a little sterile. Like,
you might be boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Your art might suck.
I made it out alive.
All my favorite artists are a little off the rails, and always have been. From my favorite writers to my favorite musicians. I mean, so many of my favorite musicians died young. Hendrix is probably one of my all-time favorites, but like that's a great example. You know, Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, all these people died young, man. Kurt Cobain died young. Because they went too fucking hard, too wild out of the gate. Amy Winehouse, too wild.
Dealing with stuff that, like, it's not like you could just be an organized drug addict. Like, some people just have less of an addictive personality. But, like, if you, the shit just takes over. So.
Yeah, it takes over. And again, if you live in that, there you go. No. If you live in that wild life, it's like there's no one telling you to stop. There's no one telling you to slow down. You have all the money in the world. Like, what? Who the fuck are you? Why are you telling me to slow down?
Yeah, we
fuck out of here. I just did the Star Spangled Banner with my teeth. Get the fuck off the stage.
Right?
You ever see him do that?
No.
Ever see Hendrix do the Star Spangled Banner with his teeth?
Yeah.
Bro.
Crazy.
That motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm told I'm one of the only guys who could play, like, music and smoke weed at the same time.
I don't know how they play music and sing at the same time.
I met this guy, Post Malone, part of his business team, like him and Dre London. This guy Austin Rosen. Austin Rosen's a fucking awesome dude. Like he owns a Electric Field Entertainment. Post, all these guys, Lou Bell, they're all part of like some of the most talented and like just one of the coolest things going on in music are these guys. So I wanted to make a life story, like biopic. I was going to do something. I had one idea I was going to do. And then he was like, Austin says, dude, I want you to go meet this guy. His name's Charles Roven. He owns Atlas Entertainment. I don't know if you're familiar with Atlas, but they made like one of the biggest movie producers in the history of movies. He did like Suicide Squad, that whole series, the Dark Knight, Oppenheimer, like some of the craziest movies. The list just goes on. I'm like, oh shit, this guy makes blockbusters. He was gonna make my movie. I was like, he's like, listen, just go meet him, see what happens. I meet the guy, and I go in his office. I'm like so nervous. He says to me, I don't like you very much, especially from what I read. But if I like you by the end of this meeting, I think we'll make a movie.
What does that mean? I don't like you very much, especially from what I read.
Because, like, you know,
what do you read?
There's some fucked up shit. Like, you know, like
Oh, tabloid type shit?
Yeah, but a lot of it's bullshit. Like,
Of course it is.
It made me look a certain way. But meanwhile, me and him ended up really seeing eye to eye, and I was able to articulate why a lot of these things happened. There was one interview I missed because I wasn't even told about it. And apparently it was rescheduled 3 times. And then I was told about it, and I unfortunately had to reschedule it. The guy wrote the most horrible story about me. It was the cover of a magazine, and it was me covered with blood all over my face and just making me just look like fucking Hitler. And, you know, it couldn't be any further from the truth. Like, I made big mistakes, but I did it. I was the nicest person, I would give the shirt off my back. Any person that ever stopped me in the streets to, like, get a picture, like, I'm going to ask them how their day was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I'm very, very thorough and very consistent with all
Well,
this.
that doesn't sell.
Yeah.
What sells is you're the worst piece of shit of all time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, let me read about this piece of shit.
So
And that's a horrible thing that journalists do for money.
Yeah.
They make these pieces where they completely distort a person's essence, and they only do it for money.
Yeah.
They're just like emotional hit people.
let's not talk about everything I've left my footprint in the fucking world. But at any rate,
Yeah, right. Let's just talk about negative things and only from a very distorted perspective.
selfish.
Life is nuanced and it's weird. Life is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And sometimes people make mistakes, but it's not their whole being.
Yeah.
And to try to like condense a person down to like tabloid headlines, like that's the essence of the person. That's crazy. That's like the least compassionate, the least kind way of looking at human beings. That's not how human beings are. We're complicated. That's why those little hit pieces, they're gross and they don't really work because people know that. They know that there's probably a lot more to this. Like, why is this so negative? Like, this is not a balanced
Yeah, this is
version
one-sided,
of who that
yeah.
person
Yeah,
is.
I'm a complex character if I was in a movie, but
Of course you
But,
are.
yes.
You're an artist.
Yeah.
Every artist is complex. I've never met one that isn't.
well, a very, very raw and real look at my life is happening now with Atlas Entertainment. We're making a movie, major movie.
Who's going to play you?
It's got to be several me's because my span of my career starts
You're a kid.
ultimately. I'm a kid. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
already a kid.
Maybe
And
they
then-
use CGI, turn you into a kid. You could play yourself.
Nah.
They can do wild
I
shit.
didn't want to be involved in production, writing, or acting. Or anything. I
Nothing.
needed to be respected and real, raw. Like, it's not going to make me look like the greatest guy. It's not going to make me look like a bad guy. It's just going to make me look like who I was. You know what I mean?
Do you have any say in, like, because
No.
one of the things that drives me nuts is when there's a movie and no one was there and you see, like, this historical figure say some things and you're like, well, he didn't really say that. Like, some fucking writer wrote that shit. This is
Right.
not a real conversation
I spent a lot
that this
of time
person
with the
had
writers.
with somebody.
This guy Dan is freaking amazing, talented guy, and yeah, everything is going to be cool. If I have my way, I have an 18-year-old son who's literally me, who I make all of my music with. This kid Jalen, he's my son, and he's like one of my best friends.
It was like when Ice Cube's son played him.
And this kid looks just like me, and at the time I was his age, acts just like me.
Perfect.
To a point where it's not even normal. So I can't think of anybody better. But we'll get to that. I'm not saying he's going to, but I would love for that to be. And I think anybody could see that this kid's capable.
Yeah.
And he is me. He's like, you feel me, like my mouth, like different fucking things. Like,
Yeah.
But
it's weird when someone's alive and someone's playing that person who's alive, and you know, like, oh, that's not really Scott Storch. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
It's like a movie about you, and you remember when Michael Jai White played Mike Tyson? You know, and Mike Tyson was. I mean, they were friends. They were cool with each other, but like that had to be weird. You're playing a dude who's still alive.
Mike Tyson's a special guy.
He's a very special guy.
He's a very good friend of mine.
I'm glad he got through that fight and didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
That's what I was. I was hoping he would knock Jake Paul out, just because that's the Cinderella story. I don't have anything against Jake
Yeah.
Paul. I like Jake Paul. I think what he's doing is genius. I think what he's doing is like, I mean, he's got He's making insane amounts of money. He's having a great fucking time. He's a legit boxer. He's absolutely a legit boxer.
Yeah, you can't hate on somebody that works that hard.
You cannot.
I would never hate on...
If you do, you're an idiot.
No, I was like, you know what? This guy is fucking really driven. Him and his brother, they're like driven. Like it's not
For sure.
at all. Everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So they were YouTubers or they were on Disney Channel. Who
what
cares?
you do with it?
But the reality is, Mike is 58 years old, and I was worried.
Yeah.
You know, I love that guy, and he was a hero of mine when I was a kid. So to see him, 58 years old fighting, part of me was like, "Fuck."
Me and him fought a lot of the same demons, and we were there for each other, like in a lot of ways. Like I talked to him like pretty deep conversations with Mike, and he actually checks on me and like, "Yo, you good?" Like, and I do the same.
That's great.
And my friend Rick, like we're all like kind of
That's
like
beautiful.
Yeah, like
That's beautiful.
he's a beautiful person.
He really is, man. For a guy who was the most terrifying fighter of all time, he's a really nice guy to be around.
I felt like I was in the fucking movie Hangover one time, like, because I was hanging out with him in Vegas. I remember we're cruising around in my fucking Bentley Mulsanne at the time, and he's like, "Yo, let's go jam out." Like, we went to the Palms, from my hotel to the Palms, and we rented the studio there just so I could play piano, and we're jamming out, playing like old records and shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
But just cruising around Vegas, I was like, damn, this is like fucking Hangover.
That's awesome.
It's great dude, man.
Vegas is a great example of a place where you have to have balance in.
Yeah.
It's like living in Miami to me. You live in Vegas, you should probably live in Henderson. You should probably,
right.
Live out there.
Celine Dion's neighborhood.
Exactly. Live close to the mountains out there. Like, don't be right in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
Attack it from the outside. That's what I did in L.A. When I lived in L.A., I lived like an hour outside L.A. I did when I first moved there, and then I slowly started moving further and further away until I got about an hour outside.
I am not comfortable in L.A. anymore. I used to be.
It's crazy.
I sleep with one eye open.
Yeah.
I sold my house. I got rid of that fucking place in the valley. I was just home invasions everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like what they've done to that city in a short amount of time is shocking. I never thought it would go that bad that fast, and it's the way it is now. It's bizarre. I always say that it's like a girl that used to date. She was really cute, but now she does meth and she works for the cartel. You're like, what happened to you?
The pandemic happened.
You just remember her from when she was so sweet and cool.
Yeah.
Well, the pandemic was the reason why the government was able to fuck up that city. The pandemic was just, that was their way to fuck up the city.
Dude, there were stacks of bricks.
Yeah.
On the street.
Yeah,
like,
stacks
we all
of
knew where
bricks.
that came from. And
Stacks of bricks that somebody left there hoping someone would throw through windows.
Starting riots. And that's some weirdo shit, bro.
It's it's like,
it's spooky and scary.
It's spooky. I don't like to go full Batman on this, but it's like there's evil villains out there that are pulling the strings of the world. And that's real. Those fucking protests are organized, man. People spend a lot of money to organize those things and then put bricks out. The whole thing was designed to disrupt society. And then the defund the police bullshit, how anybody bought into that is so crazy. Reform the police, yeah. Train the police better, yeah. But defund them? Are you fucking crazy?
Let's just all not be safe. Because
Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you not know the law of the jungle? Do you not know the real streets?
Let me know when your house gets robbed. You wanted to fucking shit you're not going to get a cop. Like, he's not coming now.
I have had so many friends that completely flipped a 180 after they got robbed.
Yeah, right?
180. They're Trump supporters now. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like,
people that were
mean?
like full-on liberals. And then they, get a gun pointed in their face. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, this is what we signed up for? You're just letting these people out? Yeah. Like, you arrest these people and let them out, and then they just do it again, and they get arrested? Like, what the fuck? The assistant to the DA in New York just got attacked. Just got by some guy who had been, see if you can find this. He got robbed by some guy who had been arrested some insane amount of times since 2023. I was looking at the story online. I was like, this is so crazy that this person just keeps getting out and keeps robbing people and then just robbed the assistant to the DA. Alvin Bragg.
ROR'd out.
Here it is. Suspected gang member accused of exposing himself, robbing Manhattan district. Exposing himself. He pulled his dick out and he robbed him. Exposing himself is funny because they have go to the headline. Exposing himself is first. The robbing part, that's second. But he showed him his penis. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. What is wrong with this world?
I don't mean to laugh about it, but it's just like, it's comedy, bro. It's like satire almost.
Brandon Samosa confronted the 38-year-old victim in the hallway of her building on West 44th Street around 2 a.m. Authorities say he grabbed the victim's purse, cell phone, and bank card before exposing himself. He pulled his dick out after he robbed her. He robbed her first, but they put it exposing himself for like the most horrible thing that he did. Police were able to track the phone and eventually arrest him near a hotel on West 45th Street, 8th Avenue on Tuesday, leading authorities to believe the suspect is a migrant. Possession of drugs. No, they know who the guy is, Jamie. They caught the guy. He's been, see if you can find a more updated version of it, because he was arrested a ton of times since 2023. Exposing himself makes more sense now that it's a lady. I thought was that Jamie?
It's still on there.
Oh, okay, right there. He's been arrested 6 times in the last 5 months for similar crimes. 6 times. Wouldn't you think after 5 times they go, hey, maybe this guy's a real criminal?
Yeah, we might need to lock him up.
Maybe we need to put him in jail. Maybe he's a real criminal. Nope, keep him out there.
There's reasons.
Jesus Christ. That's the world we're living in now, and that's L.A., and that's New York, and that's a lot of places that got fucked up by incompetent people.
I don't know. I just feel safer knowing, like...
Pull this microphone with your face.
I feel safer knowing that Trump is in office.
I do too.
I feel great about it. Like I just like.
What I don't feel safer is right now they're launching missiles into Russia.
Yeah.
How are you allowed to do that when you're on the way out? Like the people don't want you to be there anymore. There should be like some sort of a pause for like significant actions that could potentially start World War III. Maybe that would be a good thing that we would like to avoid from a dying former president. Mm-hmm. It's the whole thing is nuts.
I mean, look, I don't know shit about politics.
Zelensky says Putin is terrified. Fuck you, man. Fuck you people. You fucking people are about to start World War III.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Russia fired a missile today.
I feel like
they fired an intercontinental ballistic missile for the first time ever. It's the first time one of those has ever been used.
That's insanity.
It's fucking insanity because those intercontinental ballistic missiles can have nukes on them. This one didn't, but if it does, the whole world changes. And it changes because of the military-industrial complex, and it changes because of the money that's going to Ukraine, and it changes because the outgoing president or whoever the fuck is actually running the country has decided to do something fucking insane.
Yeah,
fucking insane. And we're all sitting there watching it, and people are cheering it on. CNN was saying, like, finally. See what their headline was about Zelensky about Biden giving Zelensky the ability to use long-range missiles. U.S.-made long-range. It's not like nobody knows where they came from. It's not like nobody knows we've been funding this. It's a proxy war. The whole thing is fucking insane. It's insane. Come to the negotiation table. Sit down. Work this out. Stop killing everybody. U.S. allows Ukraine to use long-range missiles. So what did they say? Someone had said that, like, CNN was saying that it was a good thing, which I think is how? How is the left gone so far crazy that they think it's a good thing to launch missiles?
Just
that's what's scary about life is like you don't want to pay attention to that shit. You just want to live your life. You want to just be carefree and have fun and do the thing that you're passionate about. And meanwhile, the world is burning. And
you
you're
can't
just
do
hoping
anything
it doesn't
about it.
get
It's
to
like
you.
at that high level, it's like there's nothing.
Well, we can. We voted Trump in, and
Yeah,
his idea is to stop all this shit, and hopefully he can do that.
Yeah.
But, man, fuck. It's scary.
I feel like none of the fucking problems between the Ukraine and Russia would have been exacerbated as far as they went had Trump been in office.
I like to think that.
I genuinely believe that he has a way of keeping the peace in a certain way, and like.
Well, as soon as he got elected, the Taliban said, let's form a truce. Hamas is saying, let's cease fire. Everybody was saying these things like right away. China was saying, we'd like to do business with America. Russia was saying that. Like, let's fucking calm everybody down and stop being so fucking tribal. Yeah. You're so crazy that you think that everything the left is doing is right because you're on the left. This is insanity. Mm-hmm. And for anybody that's a left-wing progressive person to think that somehow or another missiles are a good thing, God damn it. God damn it, you people are out of your fucking minds.
That's the answer?
It's never the answer. This is craziness, especially with Russia. God damn.
Yep. But anyway,
That's the shit that keeps me up at night, man.
oh, I know.
When I get paranoid late at night when everyone's asleep, that's the thing that gets me. World war.
Yeah.
The war just because it's happened before, man. The world has been at peace before, and then all of a sudden chaos. And to think that can never happen again, you're wrong. It's happening right now. It's just not happening here, and we don't feel it here, so it doesn't affect our thinking process, and we support things that could lead to it happening here, and we don't even realize we're doing it while we're doing it.
As a human being, like, wouldn't you think that keeping yourself and the rest of the population of the world safe is priority?
Number one.
It's priority.
That's number one.
And peace.
And by the way, everybody wants peace. Everybody wants their children to be happy. Everybody wants to be well-fed and healthy. Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
Just figure out a way to fucking balance it all out.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
We got 60 more days until Trump gets in or whatever it is. How many days is it, Jamie? But who knows? Maybe once he gets in, they'll ramp it up. Who knows? Maybe they'll sabotage his administration. That's what's even more scary. People don't want him in power. And the people that are in power don't want to leave power, and they'll try every way they can to keep it. 60 days from today. All right.
On the nose.
60 days.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, just hope Putin understands what's going on as well, and Zelensky doesn't do anything stupid. But saying that Putin's terrified, God damn it.
It's like you're trying to, like, tug the tail of a fucking sleeping
Dragon. Yeah. Also, Zelensky, can I get a drug test? Can we just get one drug test before we send you any more money? Like, what are you doing? Are you doing a lot of blow over there? Like, because this is like blow-like behavior.
I'm not responsible for him. I wasn't there.
But you know what I'm saying? This is like cocaine-like behavior. Putin's fucking scared, man.
Yeah.
Putin's terrified.
Jacked up.
We got him. We got him, man. We got him. Like, what are you talking about? He has nuclear missiles, you fucking monkeys. Jesus Christ.
It's my chance right now.
Jesus Christ.
Cause destruction.
Yeah, Putin should not have invaded Ukraine. Yes, 100%. But don't start World War III. Like, there's got to be a way to settle this. There must be.
I got to put some of this into my music, like these feelings and, like, even the conversations we're having. And
One of my
like,
best, my favorite anti-war songs is Ghetto Boys. Fuck a War.
Yeah.
Bushwick Bill. Willie D told me he wrote that in 40 minutes.
I like Ghetto Boys. I
Love Ghetto Boys.
Storytellers, like
Yes.
like the Polo, Cool G Rap.
Oh yeah, man.
And that era,
Cock
like,
blocking.
Yeah.
Fucking.
They were the
I
best
love Cool J.
storytellers.
Oh my God.
Scarface. And,
Yeah.
And Cool G.
The Ill Street Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love Cool G Rap.
I'm on the verge of committing murder. It's like a whole fucking plot.
He had a great flow too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a great flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cool G Rap was awesome.
Hip hop's different these days, man.
I heard he's like someone told me he's a devout religious man now.
Really?
See if that's true. I always
Also,
wondered what happened
like
to that dude.
Mace
That was a guy that I felt like didn't get his due, like, on the world stage. Like, people don't respect him for as good as he really was. Because I would tell, like, some young guys about Cool G Rap, but they don't even know who he is. And I play music in the green room. You ever hear the Brand New Heavies? Like the jazz band when they linked up with a bunch of rappers? The Heavy Rhyme Experience. Have you ever heard that album?
Of course. Yeah.
Cool G Rap's Death Threat is the best track on that.
Shit, yeah.
I played that shit in the green room of the mothership, and I was like, what is this,
Yeah,
man?
he's saying some shit.
Yes, he's saying some shit, and it's with the Brand New Heavies playing the music.
That funky ass.
Fucking tremendous.
Jazz.
Tremendous. They did a great thing with Gangstar, too.
Yep.
They have a
That
great
was-
song with Gangstar, too, that's on that. Yeah. I love...
That's where I entered into my passion and love for hip hop, is that era.
Yeah.
I was saying that earlier, but
That's one of my favorite eras. Nas, you know, Illmatic. Godson.
That's like that's almost like the Sgt. Pepper's of rap.
Yeah,
Illmatic.
man. Yeah, man. Oh my God! And how old was he when he made that?
He was young, man.
Real
I
young.
like to say One Love,
Yeah.
genius.
How about Rewind?
Yeah.
Rewind is one of the most genius rap songs of all time.
Yeah.
He tells a story backwards,
Yeah, insane.
and it's genius, and it's fun, and it's the flow's great.
Mind melting shit, bro.
I think Nas is my all-time favorite lyricist.
Yeah, he's
It's like Nas, and then everybody else is like, I mean, I love them all, but like to me, Nas is a special lyricist. Like his lyrics are special. Like he's got so many moments where you listen to his music, like,
It's not even just punchlines. It's like
just
the whole subject matters of the way he describes.
the way he hits things.
He can paint a picture.
He paints a picture, but it's the way he chooses his words. Like we were listening to Get Down last night. Oh my God, God damn, that's good.
A word choice. M is to me like one of the really like the greats of that.
Oh, for
saying
sure.
things in a different amount of syllables or a
Yes.
word that you wouldn't expect. It's just real creative shit.
Yeah.
I love Jadakiss and Styles P. I think Jadakiss is like in my tops. DMX.
My workout music is Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh yeah.
That's my workout music. Gravel Pit when you hit in the bag.
Of course.
You know, and whenever we do shows, we have like a ritual. Like when we're driving to the arena, especially if we're getting a police escort, which is the craziest shit of all time. You're going to do a show and you got a police escort, and we always listen to Protect Your Neck. Like, oh, we got to play it. Like, okay,
Why
here we
not?
go. Let's go. Protect Your Neck. Let's go. We're on our way to the arena. And then once we get in the door, I'm your boogeyman. Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Boogeyman.
I'm
I
your
know Casey.
boogeyman. Yeah, like just to get everything going. Like, let's go.
KC. You mentioned his name. I have to do it. I see him at the Hit Factory in Miami one time. I was like, wow, it's fucking KC and the Sunshine Band. And we meet, and he's like, I saw your MTV Cribs, and I'm just going to tell you that I spend more on my flowers and my orchids than you probably do on your cars every month. It was just like, what the
Wow, what a weird flex.
What a weird flex. I was like, okay.
Okay.
Cool. You
I
must
think
have
you're wasting
some
money
crazy
because them flowers are going to die.
Right.
And I got a Bugatti.
Yeah.
So to each his own.
Bizarre quotes.
That doesn't even make any sense. You're getting robbed. Okay? You're getting robbed. Your florist is a piece of shit.
Hey, everybody's got their own thing. that they're
I know, but
into.
you're getting robbed. If you're spending that much money on your flowers, you are getting fucking
he was
robbed,
being
sir.
facetious, but
Of course.
he was making a point.
But that's a crazy flex.
It's crazy,
It's also a weird way to introduce yourself to somebody.
Yeah, I had just met him.
But isn't that one of those things where you used to be on top and you want to show everybody you're still on top? Just
Right.
like you were talking about, like wearing the diamonds and the jewelry. Go up to the guy who's hot right now and say, yeah, I saw your MTV Cribs, but guess what?
My flowers.
Yeah, I spend more money on dirt.
Dude, I've seen some crazy shit in my life, bro. I've had some crazy fucking moments for a fucking poor boy that came from nothing and rose to like a place where it's like, I've seen life on every side of like, I've seen life as a poor boy, seen life as making it, made it, blew it, this, that. I've seen like, I remember sitting in St. Bart's. I had been invited on the boat of pretty successful, very wealthy Russian people that I know. And sitting there chilling, doing my normal, like, just hanging thing. And I see a battleship pull up, like an actual, like, fucking army or navy, whatever the fuck, boat pull up near us. Somebody gets off the tender, gets on the boat I'm on, and it was Gaddafi's son.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? This is surreal. And
What
see
year
how I
was
have
this?
his
Was
keyboard?
Gaddafi still alive?
Yeah, I don't forget what year it was. I think it's like 2008.
Okay,
something
yeah.
like that.
So he's probably still alive. Yeah,
And,
definitely still alive.
He was telling me how his country is becoming much more like open-minded and normal and this and that. And I had a keyboard. I was like jamming out, playing and shit. And I'm just such a fucking weirdo. I was like playing Hava Nagila. Like, just to fuck with me. I'm just a weirdo, dude. That was funny. But I've seen some shit, man. I've seen the fucking craziest.
It's a great American story. That's the great American story, you know? Like coming from nothing, chasing your dream, making your dream, fucking up your life along the way, but still alive to tell the story, you know?
To see fucking BMF out at the club all the time and like be in the club and I'll be like, these guys over there, they just sent you 20 bottles of Cristal. And you're like, okay, who are they? And they're like, this is the guys. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you guys. Like, they were fucking cool as shit to me every time I see them.
Weird.
Yeah, I never had any drama. I never had any like crazy situations happen because I think in the terms of like I was providing opportunity for a lot of fucking people, like trying to like make it, like rappers from the streets, like so people were just always cool with me and like I was respectful to everybody around me.
Did you ever have a communication with that guy who called you the White Devil?
No,
That was it?
that was it.
You ever talk to him after
I
that?
knew what I had to do. I had to like make my own world and like people
Yeah.
that love me and be around those people and
That's a terrible way to think.
yeah.
It's such a terrible way to think that someone, just because of the color of their skin, even though they work with you and you're cool together, that you
Look,
could just out that person.
The shit that the other side has endured over like since
Of course.
the beginning of time, it's like, okay, so what, whatever. But it just hurt my feelings because it was my fam.
Right.
I thought, and like, I guess like I just felt fucked up, and I was like, you know what? If anybody knows me, they know that like I'm not that devil. Like I'm the guy that's just as loving, like free-spirited, like open-minded, like non-racist.
Right,
person.
but that doesn't sell headlines, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
The White Devil sells headlines. The White Devil gets people feeling better about themselves.
I moved to L.A. and started working in Dre's camp, and I felt so much love and respect, and like, I was made to feel like what I was bringing to the table, and that crew was like, they were like identifying that shit, and they were like praising me and making me feel great.
Well, you know the expression, game recognizes game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what it is. People see you and they hear you and they see like, oh, this guy's a wizard. Like, what's going on? Okay, you're staying here for a long time, Scott.
I let a lot of people down, man, when I got heavy into drugs, like the Dr. Dre's of the world. It's like they're trying to hang in there with me, like, fuck, bro. Like, at some point, you know, they gotta like put me on timeout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's probably good for you too.
yeah.
When you disappoint people that you respect and care for,
Yeah.
that's a real emotional rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's sometimes people need that to course correct. If everything's going great, you have no reason to stop doing blow and partying all night. If everything's perfect. And you know, there's a lot of people that will enable you to keep that life going because they're feeding off of you.
Misery loves company.
There's that, but then there's also people that like all they want to do is keep you happy because they make a living off of you, and so they don't want to rock the boat.
Right.
So
So they don't care, like, if you're destroying yourself. But
No.
the truth is, there's two different modes. There's the guy that can make music and smokes his weed and fucking eat pizza and just is like a normal guy. And then when I flip to that other thing, the cocaine is not a drug you can really make, I feel like, good music on. It may seem good when you're making it, but
Right.
when you listen to it the next day, because the emotions, it's like a whirlwind of emotions that you feel when you're in that world. Like you really feel like happiness, sadness, this, that, the other, like all these things, all within 10 minutes. You could have all these
Right.
emotions and it's no good. So how you going to stay on something that you want to make people feel a certain way?
Right.
So
I mean, I've never done coke, but everybody that I know does coke says you can't perform on it. It fucks you up. You don't feel right. You know.
no, because you're feeling 20 different emotions inside of a minute. And it's like you can only think about one thing when you're on it, is that. That's it. So
Yeah, there's no real good
not
coke stories.
recommended for anybody.
I don't know anybody who's got like a great coke story.
No.
Maybe one night. But most coke stories lead to my life fell apart.
No happy ending.
No.
No happy
No, there's no like coke advocates.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of marijuana advocates. They'll tell you, marijuana changed my life. Marijuana made me more compassionate. That's me. Marijuana made me a kinder person, more sensitive, you know, more into community, more into love. Nobody says that about there's no cocaine fixed my life. My life is kind of a mess. Then I started doing blow. And then, man, it all just came together. You know, I realized that's what I need. I think I'm a little imbalanced. I just need cocaine every day.
I remember being so perplexed. I don't like throwing people under the bus, so I won't say who it is. But one of the most massive people in the world of technology, like in the world of these younger computer guys that became extremely famous, like people that started
Right.
Facebooks and this
Right.
and that, all that type of shit. Like one of those guys, I'm not gonna say who, but like somebody who's fucking so huge. I went to visit him with some friends of mine. I'm sitting at a table, whacking it up, and the dude's telling me that he had just had a heart attack a couple of nights before. And then he started talking about how cocaine is one of the most poorly publicized drugs in the world. I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? Me even being under the influence was like, this is frightening. This was one of those guys, like one of the big, like change the world kind of people.
So he was telling you he just had a heart attack,
Yeah.
but cocaine is awesome.
Yeah.
And he's super smart.
Yeah.
Which is even scarier because
yeah.
you can convince yourself
whole
that you're
world
right.
knows who this guy is.
Wow.
Whole world. But, you know, I don't know. I've had many situations where people so selfishly, even knowing I'm recovering or recovered or whatever the fuck you want to call it, want to like have the opportunity to do something. They'll pull me aside. Like, I always wanted to do a bump with you. Like, yeah, man, but no. We can't do that, bro.
When was the last time you did one?
Shit, I mean, I've fallen within the past 6 months, but, you know, I got good people around me now.
That's good.
And, like, the shame and the guilt and everything just prevents you from enjoying that and making, like, even thinking about doing it. Like, can't do it.
That's
man.
good. That's good. Hey, man, 6 months is great.
Yeah.
6 days is great. The whole thing is just you're gonna fall, and if you fall, get up.
Yep.
Get up. It's okay. You're a human being. Human beings fuck up. They make mistakes,
Yep.
especially when you're dealing with something like addiction. And most people think that can never be me. That could never be. I'm not like that. Yeah, it could definitely be you.
There's things
Definitely be
that
you.
trigger it, and, like, it's usually pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not, and it's like you have no intention whatsoever of doing something, and then all of a sudden, it's right there in front of you. There's a fucking ass naked girl, and there's a pile of this, and you had like 2
You're like,
drinks.
look, I've done it before.
And-
I could just do it this one time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
And 3 days later, you're looking out the window like, like what the fuck?
Bloodshot eyes, like you got pink eye. Yeah.
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 But too much going on now, man. With
That's
the
gotta be in the movie.
With my single, with like my album, you know, it's just.
Well, it seems like you're in a good
happy.
place.
I'm
That's
in a
great.
great place,
That's
man.
awesome. That's
I'm
awesome.
happy.
Well, it's I think it's so important for people like you to tell your story raw and unedited like you do, because I think people want to see a person that's been very successful and they want to have this rosy view of what their life was like.
People love to like build you up, but they love tearing you down.
Oh,
at the same
yeah.
time. Like it becomes like a, and then for me, like in my business, it's such a desperate business. If people know I'm of sound mind and like at the top of my game and I'm making some fucking fire ass music, that's a threat for certain people.
Of course.
So they'll block it, like, and they'll perpetuate the rumors and do whatever
Of
the
course.
fuck to
Yeah.
make sure that I don't get behind. They're like a goalie for the artist. Like,
Right.
so many huge artists, they don't want me to get with them because they know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make better shit.
People don't like when someone's talented, and they don't like when someone's successful because everybody compares themselves to other people. That's the real problem. Is the comparison is the thief of joy. Is that Thoreau? Is that what it was? Said that?
I think it was
Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, Thoreau is most men lead lives of quiet desperation. But comparison is the thief of joy. That's a real thing, man. And if you're a person that's looking at someone else's success and somehow or another wanting to diminish that, you're doing it to yourself, whether you realize it or not. You are wasting your own precious life energy on hating on a person. And that will take away your gift. It'll take away your creativity. It'll take away your ability
don't
to
see
be
it like
present.
that, though. They see
Because
it
they're
like-
fools. That's
Yeah.
why they do it in the first place.
Job security.
It's a foolish venture. And even if it works, you're doing yourself into because you know you're a piece of shit. You know that you've done that to a person. You know you've distorted who that person is just because you want to feel better about your own life. You want someone to falter so that you don't feel, when you're comparing yourself to them, you don't feel inadequate. And that's the reason. It's just pettiness. It's just human weakness, and it's one of its grossest forms. And it's not called out enough. It's really it's a disgusting behavior pattern that's bad for humanity.
I genuinely feel joy and excitement and happiness for friends or colleagues that have success.
Yeah, you should.
And it's inspiring. I just see so many others that just don't look at it like that.
Because they're selfish.
But it's haters.
But that's a good thing. And you could say that that's selfish in a way, because when you help people and when you're inspired by other people's success and when you enjoy other people's success, you are experiencing a positive thing. And that positive thing is one of the most important aspects of life. Like, to deny yourself that because you can't control your emotions and you can't control your jealousy and your feelings, and to hate on someone, you're denying yourself an opportunity to feel good. Yeah. And you could genuinely feel happy for everyone's success and still be successful. It doesn't take away your success at all. Yeah. It's just a mental trap. And people need to understand that trap. It is insecurity. But it's also a lack of understanding of how your mind works, how the human mind can play little tricks on you and lay traps for you, and how jealousy can rear its ugly head and distort your views.
We fall into certain ways.
Yes. We fall into certain ways.
When I was in the limelight, and now I'm in Team Hilton, and I'm hanging out with certain people. I'm hanging out with some fucking spoiled brat, Lucky Sperm Club ass fucking degenerates, and basically competing with who could be the most obnoxious in the crew. You don't see that happening until I looked back at videos and things of me. I was like, dude, what a chump I was doing that. I was slowly but surely turning into that.
Yeah.
Just to be I don't know. Just that's the shit that's fucked up. You just have to really always maintain who you really are and not get lost in that shit and live for others or try and be.
Were we talking about this on the podcast the other day, or was it a green room conversation? Someone said that personalities are as infectious as diseases.
It can be.
Someone was saying that energy, people's energy, is as infectious as diseases. And when you're around someone that has a great personality and very positive, you get infected by that positivity.
You start exuding that.
And when you're around shitheads, fucking dumbasses who just think in a stupid fucking way, you start thinking that way. It's contagious. There's something to it.
You got to be careful about the company we keep.
Oh my God!
This world is so polluted right now.
It's the most important thing. It's the most important thing is your community, right? Your family, your friends, your community, the people that you associate with. And if you're associating with shitheads, you're gonna have a fucked up experience.
Dude, the less people I come in contact with, for me, is the better. I like being home. I like going to nice restaurants. And I like being home. I don't really like going out and fucking, because all that energy rubs off on you and people's karma, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And
the anxiety, everything, all the weirdness of people comparing with each other. Who's got the better watch? Who's wearing the nicer shoes? What the fuck are we doing?
Over that.
It's stupid. That's good. You're smart. You're wiser.
Yep. It takes time to figure these things out.
But
better late than never.
Yeah, but you still have the art. You still have the desire for the art, that through the whole thing.
I lost that passion that we spoke of earlier for a while, and now it's back like a motherfucker.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm in there
That's the American success story. And wouldn't you rather that than at the height of your fame with the party and the drugs and the fucking chaos and the falling apart? It's better to just embrace the art. That's where
and
the
if
creating.
It's not real, I don't want to fuck with it.
Right.
I'm not gonna chase checks to work on music. I'm gonna work on what's great, and that's how you fucking do what's right. You stay in your lane and you do what's Is there any way to play the single I got coming?
Sure.
I think I have it, but I'm gonna show you. This girl is 21. Is there a picture that you can? You don't have a picture. It's I have the single cover.
Oh, yeah, I just have the song. I can Google it or something.
No, it's all good. I'll show you. But the girl is organic. She doesn't need auto tune. She's not Like, this shit's real. So this is just an example.
Auto-tune is a wild thing.
Yeah. Abbie Stair. Texture. I mean, I don't see this every day in, like, artists. It's usually, like, some... Oh, you hear?
I feel beat, I'm out clean, sitting in this room. Life is quiet all alone.
She's a writer,
but
too.
I'm not there, and if you cared, you'd already know. Cause the stories are all just for a show. You're finally gone, but at least I have some leniency. That I may feel something just because you don't. And I go falling hard, no it ain't for the weak. So don't try this at home. Yes, it's all fun and games till it's your last. I guess you forgot to read the label, that's your bad. My faith would die to waste if I'd go back to that place. I know. I'd rather fly away or wait 10 times longer to feel the right way on my own. My faith would die to waste if I'd go back to that place. I know. I'd rather fly away or wait 10 times longer to feel the right way on my own. Mama told me, if you can't live without something, then you gotta give it up. Can't live with it either. I guess I'm the problem when it's all said and done. You laughed, had your fun. I got the last one. Something told me when you was poppin' shit, I just knew you would never live it up. Courtesy of the bottle, you fucked around and found out about them, but you still shy your shot. You're drunk off my sex, my side
So
of
what you're
That's
listening
amazing.
to is a girl.
That's amazing voice,
She
man.
writes that shit. See, the conviction. If you get a songwriter, a big fancy songwriter, to work with some girl and like teach her how to have emotion, it's not the same.
That's her?
There she is.
There's a lot of Amy Winehouse
Stair.
vibes.
Yeah, I mean,
Amy Winehouse vibes in that song.
In this fact that it's both
Raw.
organic,
Yeah.
it's different. Like,
no,
not
different.
Like,
not like she's
Yeah.
copying Amy Winehouse,
Yeah.
but like that vibe of authenticity.
yeah,
Yeah.
And she's a real.
She's 21?
She's 21.
Damn.
And the emotion is there that comes from.
And she writes all that.
She's like.
That's incredible.
That shit is not something like that could
Put
be
that up
taught.
again, Jamie?
Melody.
Is that available right now? Can I get that?
Yeah. We just.
I'm going to
put
add
it
that
out,
shit to my Spotify playlist.
Right.
I'm going to put that on the Green Room playlist right now. On my own.
Yep. That's gonna be the first one. Look, I'm showcasing her. That's my. This is my single. It's Scott Storch featuring Abbie Stair, but I'm part of the making of her her album, which is already has a bunch of stuff that she made on her own that she made, and then stuff I did with her, and 1217 Records. Me and my partner Kevin.
That voice is amazing, man.
Yo, she's dope. And, I got some great records. I got records with A-list celebrities like that. It's not exciting to play, like, for me, a record with somebody who has already sold millions and millions of records, like, for my project. I want to break. I made a habit in my career of breaking artists. And, I did Chris Brown's first song. And I told him, sitting in the studio, I'm going to make you a hit record today. He was like 15, 16, and I did that. We made Run It that day. I've done a lot of, when I came back into the business after my, dark period of just not doing anything except doing drugs, which lasted 8-9 years, I met Steve LaBelle. And Steve, not only were we partners on the rehab center, but he was helping me get back into the music thing, and I was like, yo, get me a meeting with Jay-Z, get me Beyonce, get me all the people I made hits for. He's like, fuck no. They're not going to want to work with you right now. Show them what you're doing. I'm going to give you the best blueprint.
Some people like to jump the gun.
Yeah, he's like, this artist, this artist, this artist, this artist, this artist. These are all new artists. You don't know who they are. But if you make them fire, everybody's going to look at you like you're fucking get the Heisman Trophy again. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
one by one, every single one of those artists that he put me with that were nobodies at this point are all huge right now. Trippie Redd, A Boogie, Roddy Ricch, Russ, who's one of my favorites. Like, I love Russ. I don't know if you're familiar with his music. He's just like, he's got something to say. He's like, he's the man. Like, you gotta like fuck with Russ. He's a really serious artist today. I've seen this guy without radio because he has a fan base, a cult fan base, because what he does is so real. Without radio or any shit, he's selling out arenas by himself. You
That's
know?
amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's just,
I love that that's happening today.
yeah.
They
It
kind of taken the
barely
gatekeeper.
happens. It's just-
The gatekeeper is out of the equation now.
Yeah.
All something has to do is be good and get it online.
He released 200 songs in 1 year, just like SoundCloud or whatever the fuck it was.
Wow.
It was-
200 songs in a year?
yeah.
Holy shit.
You know, and he just started that consistency.
Yeah.
People, it became an acquired taste, and then,
So you love watching people make it.
yeah, I like being responsible for that. It's more of a challenge than just, I'm going to make Drake a hit. You know, I really want to work with Drake, but I've been roadblocked with Drake. I know Drake loves me and my production, but for whatever reason, I haven't been able to get in.
I want to get a hold of Drake and talk to him about his fight picks.
Yeah.
That motherfucker loses more money on fights. I want to call him up and
Before it's
You hear
over,
John Jones by KO.
before
Okay.
it's over, I need to get a record
It's
off
just
with
not a
him.
good hit rate.
I want to get a record off with him.
Wasn't John Jones a 600 to 1 favorite?
I mean, well, he had it by KO. It wasn't just the win, but yeah.
Well,
He was
that's
a
what I
huge
would have
favorite,
said
yeah.
anyway.
Well, I mean,
I would not have thought John would have. I mean, that's an easy bet.
I want to get a record off with Rihanna too. I had a very uncomfortable meeting with Rihanna, and I'm mortified to this day.
Uncomfortable because of the cocaine?
No,
What happened?
she was in a VIP in New York years and years ago, and doing her thing and whatever. And they like, obviously people know who I am, so they didn't front on me. They let me up into her table. This was a greenhouse, and back in the day, and I introduced myself and whatever, and I gave her a hug. And I fucking got hooked onto her hoop earring. My clothes got hooked on. And I'm like, don't move, don't move, don't move. No, it was shit's gonna. I almost ripped her fucking
no.
ear off accidentally.
Oh, no.
That walk out of that VIP room was the
Oh,
most
no.
mortified, most embarrassing shit I ever fucking felt in my life. I
Oh,
was
she's
like,
cool. I bet she. I
was
bet
like,
she
did
doesn't
I
even
just
remember
really
that.
do that? Like, I didn't mean to
But that's
get
an
her earring.
accident.
Yeah, I know, but
That's
still,
an accident.
You're
That's
that guy at that moment.
Oh no!
Oh, it's that guy. So yeah, it haunts me.
You're meeting
If
someone
I
you
only
respect.
didn't hook up with that earring.
You want to make a good impression, and you get her ear ripped off.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. Life is full of surprises.
Yeah. So, is like your favorite thing seems to be breaking new people. Then, is it because you get to show the world new talent? Does it remind you of you when you were getting your breaks?
You're helping sculpt what somebody's sound is going to be, the backbone of where they started, like creating something new. And I think that's to me, like, my sound has always been to not have a sound, and like, you know, have like different like genetic strains of music. I call them like there's
Yeah.
like different things that I brought to the table that nobody else was doing. And then when people start doing it so much, you're honored, copying you, and then you move on to the next thing. But like with artists, you get to like concoct some kind of new vibe with them. I did Beyonce's first solo album when we made a sound. We did 3 smashes. I did 3 straight smashes out of 3 songs I did. One was Baby Boy, Naughty Girl, and Me, Myself, and I. And at that point, I had just moved from LA, and like I had been working with Dre for so many years, and I'm looking at Dre, and I'm like, Dre has his empire, and I need to like go off and like create my empire, not competing, but doing something different within music, and not using that sound that he and I created and sculpted together, which was like the new wave of West Coast music. I moved back to Florida, to Miami, where I hadn't been in eons. Because I went from Florida as a kid, I lived there till I was 15. I moved to Philly with my dad, and then from Philly to L.A. And now I'm going from back, to go start my own little world. I'm now rich, okay? And I go home to Florida. I'm rich, and I'm ready to fucking make my own little sound and shit, create some shit. Beyonce was one of the first contestants, and we fucking solidified that shit and made history with that album. Like, I remember she did the Grammys, and she thanked God, and then she thanked me first. Like, and I was like, I have it up. I'm like, it was like one of the biggest honors in the world. Like, and like we made history, and that was like that's the ultimate thing that I want to continue to do. Is like, I want to do that with Abbie, and I feel like once I get driven like that, there's nothing can stop me. And I prove my point.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Scott, it's been great talking to you, man. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you coming down here. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks, man. Wow, we did 3 hours. Or
It's close, like 2.5 hours now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I could talk, right?
Yeah, man. Well, you got good stories. You got good story, and you have a good story. Your story is a good story. And like I said, I think it's a great story for people to hear. That's why people like biographies. You know, people like to find out, like, what was it easy for you? Why am I struggling? Like, what is the struggle like? Is it the same for everybody? When you're struggling yourself, you think you're alone. And when you have a dream and you don't know if it's going to come true, you go, was everybody like this?
Nothing great comes easy.
Nothing.
Anyways, thank you for having me.
My
brother.
pleasure, brother.
Great
Pleasure to
shit.
meet you. Pleasure to hang with you.
My man.
Appreciate you very much.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.